mic.
Right. But and they come to you all times, of day and night,
Yeah,
wherever you may
want
be,
to.
whatever you're doing.
Yeah, oh yeah, sometimes in the car, wherever, yeah.
Do they ever come to you in the middle of a performance?
Uh,
I mean, it could be your
they
focus
try,
on-
but when
They
I'm
try.
performing, my job is to
Beat
stay
those
focused.
songs
Like
against
today,
the
I
house.
can't let another song make me forget what I'm doing here now. I gotta do one at a time.
Well, I absolutely consent that if you should get the mood to write a song anytime while you're on our show, let it out, man. I would love to watch your creative
do that.
process. Because I always ask people about their creative processes. And some people have some, different situations that they need in order to write different environments or whatever the case might be. And then there's people like you, very few, that just have the stuff pouring out of them at all times of the day and night, or at any time of the day and night, not necessarily all times. But
I tried, for a while, I tried to quit music and tried to make the song stop, and there's just no way. I've surrendered, it's very important sometimes in life to surrender is the best thing to do.
That's true. If you can't beat it, join it, man. And I know your dad, Wallace French, was a huge musical influence on you, but was your mom musical too?
Not really. She sang to me. She sang to me when I was little, and she loved Les Paul and Mary Ford, so she sang me
Good
Mary
choices.
Ford stuff,
Cool.
and I remember that well, because I remember very little of living with my parents. They split when I was maybe 10 or 11, and I don't remember
Sure.
much of living with them, but she did sing Mary Ford to me, which still sticks in my mind.
That's cool. Now, before we were on the subject of your physical body health, and I know that I saw some postings online about your twofers,
Yes.
and I remember that something about you met a neighbor of yours from your area in which you live, was a dental professor, something like that, and you met and he offered to fix your teeth for free, which needed a lot of work and would ordinarily be a very expensive project, and that you were really not expecting that kind of an offer, and you told him that there was no way you could afford it, and he insisted on it, that don't worry about it, and then he did the work, and then he wanted you to pay for it. I mean, what's the deal with that?
Actually, he's been very kind, and,
Yeah.
and God bless him, because what he normally it would be $50,000 to do what he is
I know that
gonna
kind of
try
work
to
is
do for
terribly
me.
expensive. A friend of mine's mother just needed 4 teeth replaced in the front, and it was like 25 grand.
But he's still. I saw him yesterday, and he still very much wants to follow through with what he said he would do.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but we just don't have money. It's quite a bit of money, and the materials that he needs because of the dystonia, which was the cause of all my chomping and breaking of my teeth in the first place. He needs to give me kind of hardened, teeth, and
Because the
again, that
dystonia
adds
is still
to the
there, so
expense.
if you don't get the hard
Yeah,
teeth,
it's
it's going to
a
have
lot
the
more
same
under
problem a
control
couple years
now,
down the
yeah.
road, I suppose, huh?
But it's much more under control. But nevertheless, I have to take medication for it, and he still wants to. I mean, I can see it in his eyes that he really wants to help me. It was another guitar player friend who introduced me to him,
I see.
the good Dr. Kim, and he also plays guitar. So when I went over to meet him on a Sunday at his office, which isn't far from my house, by Wabansie College, he said, "Dana French, I've heard of you for years. I've heard you were such a great guitar player," and he was very kind. And he said, "You can't sing with false teeth. You need implants, and I'm going to find a way and give you the implants." So his heart is very kind.
That's nice.
And I'm very, it's very much a blessing that he would, even be willing to help me at all, because many aren't. It's a new America, folks.
Yeah, it's rough.
Kindness and generosity aren't as common as they used to be.
I think dentists in particular, I think the dentistry business has changed hugely over the years because of the advent of insurance. When I was younger, there
Right.
was no such thing as dental insurance, so you either
Right.
could afford to pay for it out of your pocket or you couldn't.
Right.
Nowadays, they expect everybody to come walking in with dental insurance, and the dollar signs light up.
And even the dental insurance doesn't cover anywhere near the
No,
cost.
that's true.
Things. And he explained to me that in this particular case, they consider implants non-essential. therefore they aren't willing to pay for any of it because
It's
they don't,
cosmetic.
you know, they consider it cosmetic. And I said, well, I wish one of them would come and try to eat something with no teeth, you know.
Sure.
But, nevertheless, the point is this Dr. Kim has been wonderful to me. And
That's
I'm
great.
very grateful that I got to meet him.
So are you masticating satisfactorily these days?
Am I what?
Do your teeth work well these days?
They're a little difficult, but much better than it was.
Good.
Much
Very good.
improved. I'm able to sing, and you can maybe even understand the words if I can sing well enough.
And they have a satisfactory brushability factor?
I'd rather not get into all that, but I have to take them out and clean them and put them back in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Stuff.
But they don't occasionally go flying in the middle of a song? or
Not yet. James Brown, that used to happen to James Brown. Well, I got to meet James. Lonnie Brooks took me to meet James Brown at the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago.
Yeah.
And James was so nice in that, but I couldn't understand a word that he said. But
When was that?
nevertheless-
When did you go? When did you meet
Oh,
James
God,
Brown?
that had to be maybe 1982 or 83, when I was hanging around with Lonnie Brooks a lot, and Lonnie and I were doing a lot of shows together.
Ah.
You know, he said, Reggie, man, come on down here again. We're not working to go see James. I'll introduce you to James. I said, great, man, I'd love to. But it was so funny because backstage, you couldn't understand anything that he said, and there were a lot of things going on back there that I'm not going to talk about. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but nevertheless,
Right.
when James hit that stage, buddy, he was sharp as a tack and didn't never miss a beat. And, you know, I have nothing but respect, you know, because, buddy, he delivered. And he was the mighty James Brown.
Sure, absolutely.
Whoa! Yo, man.
So, can I prevail upon you for another tune?
I'll
perhaps?
play as many as you'll let me.
I'll let you play plenty. Which one are you playing now?
We're going to do one called Looking for a Job. I think I wrote this a long time ago, but it seems more current than ever now.
There you go.
And if anybody out there is looking for a job, then you'll probably be able to relate to this. Job, the rent is due. We can use some groceries too. I'm not sure exactly what to do. And I get up and go downtown, and I've been asking all around. This looking for a job has got me down, Bill. Some money fast, just a little cold hard cash. How long is this trouble gonna last? And I've been looking high and low, it's the same everywhere I go. This looking for a job has got me down. You're up. There's a baby on the way, and I can hear her family say that lazy slob had better get a job. But they don't know how hard I try, and it makes me wanna cry. This looking for a job has got me down.
That's cool. Very nice. Last time you were here, like I said earlier, we found out that your dad was Wallace French, Chicago-based first-pick drummer who played with many of the musical historical greats, including Ernest Tubbs Band, Porter Wagner, Buck Owens, and others, and that you started playing guitar when you were just 7 years old.
No, 10 actually.
10.
Yeah. I finally got one when I was 5, but I never really played out. I mean, I played, but the first time I ever played out was on my 10th birthday with my dad and some guys called the Porter Brothers and Bill Blau. Bill Blau used to run WMAQ radio out of Aurora, and he was involved in the Barn Dance, which was out of Chicago.
Sure, I
back
remember
in
that.
the day.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but you played with your dad when you were 10, but you must have been working on that guitar before you were 10.
Oh yeah, I could never leave the thing alone, you know.
Sure. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, I attempt to play everything I touch, but you know, I'll get on the mandolin. I love mandolin, and I want to play mandolin, but I'll spend enough time to just where I'm getting it together on it, and then I'll have gigs and things on guitar, so that you know, I get distracted. Yeah.
So when you were in high school, did you play in any of the organized musical activities?
No, not really. By the time I was in high school, my parents had already split. I was struggling to survive and really had no parental guidance or anywhere to live. So that was pretty much took over my daily routine, was to try to make sure the school didn't know that if they found out I wasn't living with any parents, they would have put me in DCFS and all that, and I didn't want to go there. So
Sure.
I had to really work hard to cover all that up and not let them find out.
What school did you go to?
Batavia High School.
I see. But so your parents were split. Did you still have contact with your dad?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then shortly after that, he had developed cancer in his central nervous system.
Oh my goodness.
And that began to eat away at him, and he had behavior that I really don't want to go into. It's going to be in that movie, though, some of those true stories, but he became violent and stuff that he really didn't realize he was doing.
Sure.
So yeah, and I loved him. I knew that wasn't really him, but I was still young and didn't understand what was going on, you know, and never knew when the new him was going to take over. So
Yeah.
it was a.
But did he survive that, or did it take
Oh no, he died when he was 38 years old.
Wow, so young.
Yeah.
Incredible. That's a scary thought.
And it's a shame because his career was really starting to go. You know, I remember meeting Buck Owens when I was 10, and we were out hanging out with Buck, and I was kind of playing around with the band a little bit. And then later, about a week or two later, I saw Buck Owens on TV, and I called my dad, Dad, there's that Buck guy, he's on TV. My dad goes, yeah, you didn't know? I went, no, I didn't. I thought he was just one of your buddies. He goes, well, he is my buddy, but he's also, you know, on television a lot. He's a world-renowned performer.
How cool is that?
I didn't know. I was a little kid.
All right, we're going to have to take a break. This is Curiosity, and play another tune for us.
I'd love to.
Please.
Phil, I'm glad that my friend Phil Eubanks is here to play this with me because he does it beautifully.
Great.
This is a song that's on the first solo album, and I always thought it would be good in a movie or something. You know, as a songwriter, I can't stay in one genre, or I don't know what's going to come next, so as the songs come, this is one that, you know, just would be good in a movie, is all I think of when I hear it, but nevertheless,
Cool.
we're going to do it right now.